Hey, how's it going? Today, you and I are going to be trying something just a little bit different. We're going to be using a Ninja Creami to make root beer float ice cream. If we can pull this off, I think it's going to be fantastic. So you ready? Let's get into this. Okay, to make this recipe, I use a little bit of Kroger Carb Master milk, some vanilla extract, a little bit of root beer extract, Geffen's sugarless ice cream cones, some dimetized ISO 100 vanilla whey protein, some xanthan gum, some monk fruit sweetener, a couple of egg yolks. If you'd like to make this recipe, all the ingredients and measurements are down in the description of the video, along with the calorie count, the protein, the carbs, and the fat. Okay, since we are using raw eggs and they're not pasteurized eggs, the first thing we have to do is temper them. So we'll take a small saucepan, throw in our egg yolks, and we're gonna whisk these to get them nice and airy and light. We won't have to do this for more than maybe a minute or so. And once you whisk this for a little bit, you can see that it's turned a lighter color. There's a lot of little air bubbles in it, and it's just a little bit fluffier. Now, we're gonna take our monk fruit sweetener, and we're gonna whisk that in as well until this smooths out. It's gonna look kind of weird like this at first, but it will even out shortly. Then after about maybe 20 seconds or so, it'll start looking like this. Now we can pour in our milk. We'll mix that in to get this combined. We can throw in our vanilla extract and our root beer extract. Mix those up again. And then we're gonna put this on the heat to temper it. You see, I haven't put in my xanthan gum yet. We're doing that a little bit later. Now we'll stick this on our stove top, and we're gonna heat this on low to medium low heat. What you set it to is up to you. I'm using an induction cooktop, and I'm gonna have it set on level 3. What we want to do is we're gonna heat this up to 165 degrees to make sure we kill any kind of salmonella bacteria that could possibly be there since we're using the raw eggs, and then we'll be able to take it off the heat. For this part, it's a good idea to use a thermometer. I got a digital one like this. You can use an analog, but these digital ones read instantly and they're typically a little bit more accurate too. This shouldn't take more than a couple of minutes to warm up, and you'll just want to give it a little bit of a stir every once in a while just to make sure that nothing burns. That shouldn't be a big problem since we're using really low heat, but you never know. When our mix reaches about 110 degrees, like that, we can throw in our vanilla whey protein and we'll whisk this in. The reason I'm putting it in here with the temperature a little bit elevated like this instead of cold is the fact that this will dissolve a lot easier with a little bit of heat in it. All right, once we've reached 165 degrees, we can turn off this heat and we're gonna let this sit to return back to room temperature. Once this cools down, we can add in our xanthan gum. Give that a good whisk in here, get it combined. We don't want little chunks of this in here. You're gonna foam this up a little bit, but that's okay. And then we're gonna pour this into our creamy pint, being sure not to fill this past the maximum fill line right there. If you fill past that, you're gonna have a big mess on your hands. Trust me, don't ask me how I know this. Now, all we gotta do is throw on the lid, and we gotta stick this in the freezer for at least 24 hours. And be sure that it sits on a nice level surface because you don't want this freezing cockeyed. If it freezes crooked, you're gonna run the risk of damaging your Ninja Creami, and you don't wanna do that. Now all we gotta do is wait. Hey, by the way, if this is your first time here and you want to learn some cool new recipes, get some great cooking tips and tricks and all sorts of other kitchen related things, then start now by subscribing to the channel and clicking the notification bell so you never miss a thing. All right, let's check on this ice cream. I've actually had this in here for 2 days and that root beer stuff looks really, really solid. So what do you say we scoop this out? Let's see how our root beer ice cream looks. Looks good. So we'll take our pitcher, throw in that ice cream, pop on our lid, lock that into place, throw this into our creamy and lock that in. We have a Ninja Creami Swirl here, so I have an option between soft serve and scoop ice cream. We are going scoop. And since we're doing a sugarless, no fat recipe, we're gonna hit the light ice cream button. All right, let's check this out. And that looks pretty damn good. Let's eat. Well, that was surprisingly good. In fact, if you like root beer floats, you are gonna go crazy for this. It's got all the flavors you'd expect without having to sacrifice anything. Give it a try, I bet you'll love it. If you'd like a little bit more information about the Ninja Creami Swirl that I used to make this recipe, I do have an Amazon affiliate link for it down in the description of the video. If you buy anything through those links, I do make a small commission, but it doesn't change the price that you pay 1 cent. If you like this video, and I hope you did, then I think you'll like this video right here, where I used a Ninja Creami to make some awesome orange sherbet. That is something you really don't want to miss. Well, that's it for now. I hope to see you back again here really soon, and until that time, I'm Joe, and I hope you have a phenomenal day. Take it easy.